Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I just have a quick little haul to show you. A few things I'm not showing because either they were gifts and I've already given them, or they're gifts put away, and I got 2 big bags of Mardi Gras beads that I already let my granddaughter have. But I wanted to show you the rest of it, and I want to explain, if you notice, the title of my channel's changed slightly. We went out this weekend and we talked to an antique store about would they allow us to film there, and I think they're going to give us permission. It's a big antique mall, so that'll be the first one we start with, and then we want to start recording going out and looking for stuff and then showing what we bought as just one part of my channel. Now eventually that will switch to a different channel, but until we get the other channel up and going, I'll put it on this channel, and then those videos will stay here, but I'll move it to another channel where that's what a lot of my content may be. I haven't decided yet. It might stay on this channel, but I added treasures to my name since I will be doing a few other things. But one of the first things we picked up was this gorgeous moonstone glass. My husband and I have always loved vintage glassware, and we especially love this hobnail moonstone. It just has such a nice feel to it. It's elegant. We only paid $5 for this lovely dish, and so we're not sure if we're keeping it or selling it, but we love it. This piece here, I think he also paid $5 for it, maybe $6. This is to replace a piece we lost a few years ago. I dropped it in the sink when I was washing. Actually, I had it in the sink soaking, and I dropped something on top of it. So he replaced it. We also have some similar to this in jadeite that we love. And then now this is a project I thought we could do later this year. I'm going to do a smaller version, but I have everything to do this. So let's see what we can do with this later in the year. And I paid up for this. I paid about $5 or $6. But I like to support the other creators and other the sellers at the sale. I could have taken a picture and just come home and made it, but I thought, it's only fair. She did not make it, but she was selling it, so I thought to have the example would be nice for our video. But it's way too big. You can see it's huge. I want to make about half this size. Now, I recently purchased something like this, a newer one. And my husband said, go ahead and get it. So this is an interesting tool. And I've been seeing, got a couple of people on my Instagram feeds, and one woman, she writes in a language that's not English or even letters. It's in an Asian font, and she makes the most amazing things, and she uses this little teeny tiny crochet hook, and she does beads and sequins, and here's how tiny it is. If the camera's focusing on that. And the one I recently, you can tell this is an older one by the color of the brass. The one I bought recently is a little smaller than this, and the needles are way smaller. So this one has instructions, because the one I bought does not have instructions. This has instructions and patterns. And then she also threw in, for the price, this ribbon for ribbon embroidery. And then some metallic thread. So I did purchase that, and then I got this big bag for $2, and it has a lot of fun goodies in it. It has some kind of raffia type ribbon in here. I have some of this in a tan that I love. This is a lot. It says raffia. It looks like it's almost complete. It's a nice big one. And then this green doesn't look like it's been used at all. And it's the same thing. And those were in the bag. And then just a bunch of beads. Now, normally beads like this I wouldn't. Now, these are broken. And they're glued on beads. So I can't use these for my traditional jewelry. I can't take them apart. But maybe I can use them. Now, this one will probably go to my granddaughter because it's not broken. If I can stitch this together, sew it together somehow, I'll give it to her. But these I bought, and there's a brown one too. So those 3 she can have, and she will love them. Even though she likes the sparkly ones better, she'll still like those. But I wanted these. See how fun they're plastic, but they all are loose on the string. They actually have a string, so I can take these apart and do something fun with them. So I thought those would be nice. And there's a real pretty, this green one's quite huge. And then look at the gold. I thought these beads were absolutely beautiful. There's like a satin one and kind of a faceted, some little gold beads. And these will be fun to make ornaments and all kinds of things. And then this was in there as well. It's a shell pendant. It's quite pretty. Choker, and they've done, it looks like wired beads around it. So I thought that was, for $2, I thought that was a really good deal. Let me throw this back in the bag real quick. And then I found this cute little bowl. It's got a neat, I don't know if the finish is showing up. The lighting is horrible today. Let me see if I can get one. I don't know if I have, I don't have a way to get more light quickly, or I would. It's just dark. Let me turn on this other light over here and see if that'll help. Shine that over here. The lighting's terrible. We're raining and gloomy, so I didn't even open my blinds. But this, I don't know if you can see it. It's got like, it's red with tan swirls in it. Let me see if there we go. It's a little bit better. And it's got it looks like an older label on it, you know, or stamp. I paid $2. I just really like it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I really like it. And then I found this cute heart solid glass for $2. I collect paperweights, kind of loosely collect. I only have a handful of them, but when I find one I really like, and all the Valentine's stuff was out, so I got that. Then my husband thought this was neat, and we paid $1 for this. And this is a vintage paperweight. It says on it, let me see if I can get the thing over it. Battleship, Texas. Battleship, Texas, at rest, Houston, Texas. And it's very old and quite neat. Now, when we were at the antique store, we saw several of this type of paperweight. Some of them were empty, and they were called magnifying paperweights. And what we found was interesting is the picture does not go past the inside lip, but yet when you look at it, it fills the entire thing. And they had some empty ones, but they wanted like $10 for it. And I wasn't willing to pay that, but my husband really loved this, so I thought we'd go ahead and get that. And then I found a pair of earrings. They were, I believe these were a couple of dollars. They weren't more than, I know I didn't pay much. They weren't much, a buck or two. And I just thought they were so pretty. They're beaded. They're like a loop with beads going across. And I thought I could take them apart, and there's, you know, a bunch of individual earrings that I could do drops, or I could add a bead between the ear wire and the drop. So for that, I think they were $1 or $2. I got my receipt, but I thought I brought it in here, but I'm not seeing it. Then I got 2 bracelets to take apart, and I thought this one was really neat. Somebody hand painted little pumpkins in orange and light orange and purple. And it looks like they might have used some kind of puffy paint or nail polish. But then there's some other stones and glass beads on there. It's just a nice piece. And this one was $2. And this one was a little more. It was $3. But they're glass, and they've got like a bronzy side and a clear side. And I figured out if it was a strand, it would equal about a strand. And I know it would cost at least $3, if not more. So I thought that was worth buying. These were like $1 something for the 2 of them. I thought they were a lot of fun. Just little gem drops. I figured I could find something fun to do with those. Then my husband bought this for us to actually use, because when I went to sift out of my old one the last time, we had to just do this on it because this wasn't working anymore. So he checked this over and it was fine. So that is for us to use. Now I found these 2 tops to bottles. They're the, you know, the canner. and I thought that they were really cool. This one's really heavy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to do something fun with it. Maybe make it into a paperweight and embellish it. Then this one's hollow. So a project I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to use this for it too. And I'll show you some of the pieces. Now this is for my daughter. Our youngest daughter collects babushka dolls. In fact, we just gave her 2 sets for her birthday. I'd never seen an ornament, so I thought she'd find that fun next year. My husband collects this pattern, and he'd never seen the platter. He's got the candle holder and the relish dish and several pieces, but he got very excited, and this was a whopping $1.99 at the thrift store. And then this is another project we're going to do. Isn't that fun? So I thought that'd be a fun project to do. You can use all kinds of bottles, and I'm gonna do that. So we got 2 new projects out of this. And then this is something I wanted to wire wrap. I want to do some wire wrapping videos on for you, so I thought this would be a fun one to do. And then I've got a bunch of shakers for the project I'm going to do. Now this is actually silver that is just really dark. I'm going to polish it up before I use it, but I wish you could see the pattern in it. It's kind of pretty. It's just so dirty you can't really see the design in the silver. But when I use it, it'll be all polished up. Now it's beat up on top, but my husband assures me he can fix that a little bit. But even if he can't, I don't mind because it's just a neat looking piece. And then I got a set like this, which I thought were really pretty. And these were all like $2 or $3 a set. They were really inexpensive. And I got this one. And then just a traditional set. And then I thought these were really gorgeous for $2. Heavy, heavy, solid glass. And they just have the plastic at the bottom. So those are all fun for a future project. And then let me get my box here. Now, got a couple really interesting finds. This, now you're going, Stephanie, why would you buy a jar of springs? Well, a lot of you don't know. I got one example to show you over here, and I don't know if I've ever showed it to you. Well, I thought I had an example over here. Oh yeah, here it is. I used to do a lot of steampunk jewelry, and if you're not familiar with steampunk is, this is steampunk. I've got 1 set of wine charms left. And you take all kinds of gears and keys and interesting objects that are kind of industrial. It's kind of like Victorian age meets industrial age. And then your exact, everybody's steampunk is different. You know, I mean, everybody has their own interpretation. I have all those old watches, and we took a lot of them apart over the years and got out little tiny gears and stuff. And keys and springs. And so I thought it was $2.80, but it was like 30% off. So I paid like $1.80 something for this. And that's a lot of springs in there, all different sizes. I had to get that. That was just too good of a deal. And then, and this is for all the scarves I've got hanging up that I want to embellish and do stuff with. This is just a little St. Patrick's Day decoration I got for $1. Oh, and this scarf holder was $1. And then I got some Valentines for our 2 daughters. They were 50 cents each. They're wood. Aren't they cute? That's not all they'll get, by the way. And some stickers I thought the grandkids would enjoy. 50 cents. And then this was the other jar I bought. And I paid $10 for this jar. Well, what could possibly be in this jar that'd be worth $10? Keys. Lots and lots of keys. I sell keys on occasion in my Etsy store. And when it's a really pretty key, oh, let me pull one out to kind of show you something unusual, like these type of keys. People like the shape. They usually have a little pattern on them. I can get about $2.50 to $3 for a nice key like this. That's ornate. So 4 keys in this box will pay for the whole jar. And I've got many more than 4 that are really nice. And I've got a lot of very unusual, a couple of the aluminum keys. So I used to do a lot of jewelry with these. I've got some little bitties. I mean, it's a big old box of keys. It's a lot. So I was very excited about that find. And it wouldn't be me if we didn't get some cookie cutters. And I have a dilemma. I'm going to show you a cookie cutter set. I paid $1.50 for this, and I only bought it because I bought it for you guys, because I thought you'd get a kick out of it. Now, the consensus was this is an ear of corn. I think that could be right. This is obviously an apple. And this is obviously some kind of teddy bear, gingerbread type person. But what in the world is this? Can you see that shape? It's really weird. Let me put something white behind it so you can kind of see it better. Let me get it in front of the camera. Look at that. And here it is sideways, and here it is, I'll show it to you upside down. And everybody at the antique store was trying to guess. We got so many weird guesses. Bats, owls. Same thing. Skinny little Cupid. Look how tiny he is. But for $1, I thought it'd be fun to get him. And these are really fun. I got 2 of these. One of them's really faded and old looking. But Raggedy, I think that's Raggedy Andy. This one looks very used and it's very old. Then I got a Raggedy Ann. And then this one was really exciting. Look at this little guy. And on the back it says Betty Crocker Gingerbread Mix. I don't know if that'll show up on camera. Yeah. So you know he's old. Thought that was really fun. And then, yes, there's more. I paid up for the I think I paid $4 for these 4 here. And then I think I paid $5 for this bag, but there were so many. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there was 10 of them, and I like the size. They're little. These would be nice to make pins out of. Look at the little snowman head. I thought he was cute. A cute little Santa head. A nice size apple. A little mushroom. That kind of dates the set. A little bitty bell. I love the dove. I think that is so cute. A stocking. A little butterfly. And a little flower. Make sure I showed you all of those. I noticed that my hand dipped down there for a minute. But the stocking is funny because it looks like a sock. I thought that was really fun. The tree has all kinds of detail on it. But none of that will show when I stamp it. But I can imitate that with the beads. And then the apple, I like the little leaf here. Which again, when I stamp it, it'll look like this. But I can put a leaf sequin there. You know, and the butterfly, I like that they put design on that. Because you can kind of imitate that when you decorate it. And then the bell is really ornate as well. I've done a couple bells, but I've never really done a fancy design. I think I did the stack sequins on a bell. Now the bird is very simple. Kind of folk art like. The flower also does not have a whole lot of design, but I like the design that's on there. And I might I think I have a stamp to cut out a small flower similar to that. So, or to stamp it out. I like how they did that. And then mushroom. Now, have you ever in real life seen a mushroom with dots? I haven't. But in decorations, they always seem to want to put dots on them. And then Santa has a really cute face that would be easy to duplicate. And the same with the little snowman. So, I thought those were fun, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't come home with at least a few cookie cutters. And I think that's everything I got. I did want to show you something fun my friend V over at V Will's Design sent me. This is sequins. Look at them. I can take them off as I need them. She sent me a picture of it and said, do you have any of this? And I'm like, no. I've never even seen those. They're in all different colors, and I can take them off. Just take my little seam ripper and pull off a few at a time as I want them. What I would love to know, it's a pretty good sized piece too. You know, it's big. What was it? I'd love to know what that was. I mean, obviously they made something. It was a fabric, but what a fabulous fabric. So who knows how old that is, but I think it's pretty darn cool. And I was thrilled when she sent it to me. Yeah, you can see all the stitches. That's a lot of sequins. So that was a lot of fun. I've never seen anything like that. So anyway, I believe that's everything other than we got our daughter a couple platters, and we got my granddaughter 2 big bags. If I had to guess, 30 or 40 maybe. 30 Mardi Gras necklaces for $2. Oh, I did have one that I bought for myself too for 50 cents. Forgot about this one. This one's a hoot. It says Toomey's Mardi Gras. And it's got tied. It's got roll. 2 of those. But all these come off. These are all removable. See? So I can take this apart. What the heck tied and roll means, but obviously it's maybe for some district or area. If somebody knows that one too, let me know. Because I have no idea what roll, and tied mean. I have no clue, but I thought it was fun. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and I just wanted to let you know what was going on, and that I did add a word to my title. And I've noticed a lot of the YouTubers I follow lately have done that. I watch Homestead Tessie, and she just added to her name, and I watch Living on a Dime, and they just changed their name and added something to it. So I thought I didn't want to change my name, but I wanted to add to it. So I took the "and" out and moved it to the end and put, and I believe it was treasures on there. Because I will be showing things that are not jewelry from time to time. And I'm hoping in the next couple weeks we can go to this amazing antique store and walk you through and show you. Because I found just the most amazing things in there. And I think these here were $2 or $3 each. I don't know where the receipt went. I have it somewhere. The heaviness of this is unbelievable. And they had a whole dish of decanter lids. But I thought I could glue something here, maybe wire wrap it and make it a little paperweight. I don't know. It's just too interesting to leave behind. Sometimes you just have to pick up something because you see a little potential in it. And I'd never seen one like this. And pretty little decanter lid, but it's hollow. So kind of fun. So, oh, I did get one other thing that we're keeping. I forgot to show you. This is stunning. Now this has a snowflake on it, and the edge has snowflakes. I don't know if they're showing up on camera. Yeah, see? And this is... And when I looked it up online, there were oval ones that sold for around 50 bucks. So it's still kind of up in the air if I'm going to keep it or sell it. But we really like it, so I'll probably keep it because I paid $2.99 for it. You can't beat that. So, but I'll be back soon. I'm trying to figure out which Valentine themed project I want to do first. I've got about 4 or 5 on my list, and trying to figure out which one I want to do. So the next day or two I will get one done, and hoping by the end of the week to have a video up for you with a Valentine project. And until then, I hope you're having a good week. And if you're where it's cold, I hope you stay warm and dry. And if you're like us and you're having weird weather where it's cool then warm then cool then warm, we didn't get a winter. We did not get a winter. Normally January, February, we have some really cold weather. This year, no, it's just not going to be cold. I think our winter is non-existent this year, which is kind of sad because we used to get a couple, 3 inches of snow every year, once to twice. And we haven't had any snow in years now. So we've been here 18 years, and for the first 15, we got snow every year. And I'd say the last 2 or 3, we haven't gotten a drop. Maybe around us got a little bit here or there, but our exact area, we used to get at least 2 to 3 inches. Well, not at least. We'd get 2 inches, 3 inches, and then maybe a 1 inch, or at least a dusting a couple more times. And we haven't even gotten a dusting in a couple years. Nothing even, maybe one time, but it wasn't even a complete dusting. So the weather is moving on here. I don't know if it's a trend and it'll come back. but it kind of makes me sad because I really looked forward to winter every year. We moved from Southern California where we had no seasons to here where we have actual winter where all the trees are naked and beautiful, and you can see the birds' nests up in there, and we have mistletoe in our trees that you can see in the winter. Then we have a spring where everything bursts out, and we have wildflowers, our beautiful famous bluebonnets, and all kinds of gorgeous flowers in the spring. And then summer is green and lush here. And usually by the end of summer, it would start to get a little dried out as we went into winter. But the last couple of years, it stayed green because we got just enough rain that it's still green out there. You're driving down the highway, and between the two sides, it's green. And usually this time of year, it'd be dead. So it's kind of weird. We've really not had too many. We've had an occasional night that it dipped down to freezing for a minute, but no sustained cold. So today's going to be cool in the 40s, which is cold, but it's not going to be for more than a day or two. So it's just been weird weather here in North Texas. So anyway, you have a great week. I'll be back soon. I just wanted to explain my name change if you even noticed it, because it's so subtle and it might not even show up because it's at the end. So sometimes it might not even show up fully. And I'll be back soon. Thank you so much. And if you like this video, I hope you'll give it a like. If you're new and you're not used to my channel, I hope you'll subscribe and give me a chance to show you some fun stuff. And 2020 is going to be a good year. I really feel we're going to have a lot of fun. And my husband and I are going to be starting another channel on urban homesteading. And we'll be starting that in a few weeks when we can get out there and start. And I will let you know when that one starts in case you're interested in checking it out. That'll be both him and I doing projects around their property, gardens, chickens, and all kinds of fun stuff. Along with some of the crafts. We'll be doing some outdoor crafts, stuff for the yards and you know, things for the property that are crafty on that channel. So, and that might be where I move some of the shopping to. I'm not sure. I got to figure out which channel it's best on. It might stay here. But anyway, that's the plan for 2020. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a great year. A lot of exciting things happening this year in my life, and I hope in your life as well. And we're got my husband's surgeries behind him. He's on the mend. He got his new schedule. We're having a new grandbaby. I'll be done babysitting by June and be able to give you my full attention at that point. And I'm excited about that, although I will probably still pick up my granddaughter a couple times a week for a couple hours because I'll miss her. And give my daughter a break with a newborn. So that's where we're at, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm rambling again, but I just miss talking to you guys. It's been a while. So we're at almost 30 minutes, so it's time to go. But please leave a comment. I love comments. If you have an opinion about the cookie cutter, I would love to hear what it is, because that one has me. And I will put a picture of that on my blog. Probably, this is Wednesday morning. It is almost 10 o'clock. So I probably won't get the blog post up for a couple hours, although I may do that on my laptop while the baby's here. So that might show up pretty quickly if I can do that. So I'll be back soon. And thanks again. I really appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Bye.